Both men know what's on the line. This isn't just a match. It's status, momentum, survival.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 247 pounds, the Russian Aleksandr!
And here comes the big man, Aleksandr, the former tag team champion, undefeated in MHW, the most dominant force in MHW history.
He's been on a path of violence ever since returning, and he looks locked in tonight.
You want to talk history? 2 years of MHW tag dominance with Sokolov, and Sokolov himself held the world championship for 2 years until that mysterious parking lot attack forced the belt to be vacated.
And who was the first person Samantha whispered to after that? Aleksandr. There's history, deep, complicated history between him and the office.
He's been distant with them lately, though. No agents, no Samantha, no backup. Almost like he's carving his own path.
And honestly, a solo Aleksandr might be even more dangerous.
The mythical legend Aleksandr is in the ring tonight. And now we await the arrival of one of the fastest men in this league.
He's become the unofficial face of resistance against the office.
What an athlete he is. Jerome Sharp is a human highlight reel.
And his opponent from London, England, weighing in at 220 pounds, Jerome Sharp.
But Jerome comes into this match with so much on his shoulders. The office targeting him for weeks.
And don't forget his interaction with Amy. He is getting targeted by the office from all angles.
And Samantha, she's made it absolutely clear she does not want Jerome climbing up these rankings.
He's defied her, survived the agents, survived the chaos. But tonight he faces the league's heavy favorite.
Aleksandr is bigger, stronger, more experienced, but Jerome is hungry, creative, unpredictable.
That's why this match is perfect. Power versus fire.
Jerome Sharp has been fighting uphill since week 1, and he refuses to slow down.
Every time the office puts a wall in front of him, he tries to sprint straight through it.
And look at his face. That's focus. That's someone who's carrying the weight of every insult, every ambush, every roadblock.
So you can almost feel the energy in this arena shift when Jerome walks out. They want to see him steal this one.
And imagine the statement it would send if he beats Aleksandr, the league favorite, the powerhouse, the man everyone's trying to avoid.
Jerome's had frustration, he's had doubt, but right now he's got fire in his eyes.
Meanwhile, Aleksandr hasn't broken eye contact once.
He's studying Jerome, calculating. He knows Jerome's speed and unpredictability can catch anyone off guard.
Two very different fighters, two very different motivations, both meeting at the exact same crossroads tonight.
If Jerome wants to shake up the league, this is the moment.
The referee doing final checks. The crowd is ready.
Two different worlds are about to collide.
And here we go, Aleksandr versus Jerome Sharp. And let's talk stakes for Jerome Sharp. A win over Aleksandr would skyrocket him back into league contention.
He's been clawing up after a slow start and beating the favorites. That would shake up everything.
But Aleksandr, this man is built for league competition. Weeks of consistency, dominance, and intimidation.
He hasn't forgotten how Samantha tried to manipulate him. He hasn't forgotten the Sokolov situation. And he definitely hasn't forgotten the office trying to drag him back in.
And now he's refused their help. He's refused the agent's help. He's standing completely on his own feet.
Jerome, meanwhile, has battled the office openly. They've interfered in his matches, blindsided him, and even tried to break his momentum.
And then there's the Amy factor, that respect, that odd connection between them.
Jerome is just trying to get in bed with her, but Aleksandr, that's fuel, that's pure motivation, is not giving anyone room to breathe in this league.
We're watching two men who need points for two very different reasons. Jerome to prove he belongs.
Aleksandr to prove he's inevitable.
But let's be honest, Aleksandr isn't just trying to win a match tonight. He's trying to send a message to the entire league.
And especially to Samantha. She's been leaning on him more and more ever since Sokolov was taken out.
That's right, before the attack, Aleksandr and Sokolov dominated this place. Tag champions, Sokolov is world champion for 2 straight years.
The Office had an empire back then, and Aleksandr wants that throne. He sees this league as the perfect place to rebuild that dominance.
And don't forget, his interactions with the Office lately have been strange.
Yeah, almost non-existent. Samantha must know this beast is a future world champion, but decides to choose Adam Ball instead.
And meanwhile, Jerome Sharp has zero trust in anyone connected to Samantha.
And can you blame him where Jerome is from? Authority figures are like the devil itself. Never-ending disappointment and a mess.
Jerome isn't just fighting Aleksandr here. He's fighting a system, a power structure, the entire Office machine. Jerome to the top. Sharp sword, a double rotation, and he lands all of it. No, Aleksandr powers up. He just threw Jerome off it. Jerome firing off kicks, trying to keep the big man staggered. Oh, Aleksandr just cuts him in half with a clothesline. And now Aleksandr has a German suplex.
He's not letting go. Another one.
Third German suplex. Aleksandr is dismantling Jerome. Aleksandr scoops him up. There's the move. The Aleksandr slam.
Three.
My God, Aleksandr does it again. Aleksandr continues his reign of dominance in this leg.
Jerome gave everything, but Aleksandr is a machine.
He stands alone, no agents, no offers, just raw, undeniable power.
And look at him, he's not celebrating, he's sending a message.
A message to the league, a message to Samantha, a message to anyone who thinks they can stop him.
Aleksandr is marching toward that final spot, and honestly, who can stop him?
Look at Aleksandr, absolutely unmoved, unfazed, unchanged. That's the face of a man who expected this outcome.
Expected it, he planned it. This was a statement from start to finish. Jerome gave everything he had, but Aleksandr is just built different.
Jerome's being checked on in the corner. He took a brutal landing from that Aleksandr slam. You can see the frustration on his face.
You see, he wanted this win badly. He wanted to shut down the Office's momentum.
Here is your winner, the Russian Aleksandr!
Aleksandr didn't even need a Kimura tonight. Dominated Jerome Sharp and handled business entirely on his own. And the league standings, they're about to shift in a major way.
Yeah, with Aleksandr stacking victories like this, the rest of the field better wake up. He's not aiming for just the finals. He's aiming to go undefeated in this entire league.
Aleksandr stands tall, the league trembles, and the question echoes across MHW. Who can possibly stop this man? Good night, everybody.